Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Barrow AFC career mode. This is episode 24, I'm pretty sure, but this is the home stretch of the championship season. And as you can see there in the chart in the league, we are second place, miles behind first, but we are in second place, and we do have a little bit of a buffer in there as well. So you will see how we end up. My voice is breaking. That's not good at all. But you will see the end of this. See if we get the automatics or if we end up slipping down into the playoff places. So anyway, so our first game is against Birmingham City, which I'll be honest is a super boring game until the 66th minute, where we just set I think that's Apaya through, and then he cuts it back to Musiala, who just slams it in the near post to basically win the game for us. I mean, so basically he won the game for us. Nothing else happened the entire game, so a very boring game against Birmingham City, but nonetheless we won it. And then we had a look through our youth players. There's quite a few of them. There's quite a few really good ones there. You can see quite a few high potentials, and so we just had a little look through, but nothing to change from that report. And then we come up against Stoke City, who I mean, it was a bit more of an interesting game than against Birmingham, to be fair, but they make a mistake super early on, give the ball to, I think that's Robson, who sets Lana through. He's not going to mess that up. He's too quick, and he's just been fantastic for us, to be honest. So yeah, he's never going to miss that. Then we do mess up with our defence, but to be honest, the defence is just, it's been shocking. We really need to strengthen our defence for next season, but as you can see, that doesn't really matter when you've got absolute, just unbelievably raw and just fantastic pace from Lana. Just sprints through and just slots it home, and he does that. I mean, you've seen him do that a lot this season, to be fair, and there's some nice play, but I can't remember who exactly that is that cut that inside. I think it probably was Dembele, but anyways, slides it across to Robson, who finishes it off. It actually does really well there. He shows quite a lot of agility, which is great to see. And then a lovely ball through from Musiala puts Lana through to make it his hat-trick in the 58th minute. So already 4-1 up. They do get a goal back 4-2. And to be fair, this is the epitome of our season. We've managed to sort of score loads of goals, but concede a lot of goals as well. And you'll see that in the final stats at the end of this episode as well. We score an unbelievable amount of goals, but we just concede far too many, which makes me really nervous for next season. But anyways, we'll come on to that. And then we get some, it's that game finishes 4-2. Then we do get a loan offer for good win. And to be fair, they're always loan to buys, so we do reply. We do get the loan. I don't know why it does it like that. I don't know why we always have to reply to say no, we're not going to have a loan to buy option, and they always accept it. But anyways, here's what it is. Then we come up against Coventry City, which we go 1-0 down in the 20. I think that's the 29th minute. And we get an equaliser. Really nice ball across actually to Butler, who slides at home, makes the run from deep and scores. And you can see Butler there picking the ball up and driving forward and giving the ball into, I think that's Lana, who plays it back to Robson, who then slides it home. And then slides it back to Lana, and who slots it home. So yeah, just been playing really good football in this game, to be fair. It makes it 2-1, and to be fair, that's a really good win, because that now sets us up for the next game, where, and you'll see us in a second, and by the way, Platt's going to be going out on loan, which is a bit sad, but anyway, yeah, you can see it here. This now means that because of that win, if we win this game, we do get promoted, guaranteed. So yeah, the next game is against QPR, and that will come up in a second. We do play the end of that. But what was a little bit of a shame is that there was no, like, you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. I won't spoil too much, but yeah. So we come against QPR, and from what I can remember, they do go 1-0 up first, which is really frustrating. It's not what we want. It was a mistake actually from Lana, of all people, that gives them the ball, and they run through and score with Dykes. So I'm sat there thinking, oh crap, like, I don't want to have to play the final game to win it. And do you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel right. But fortunately, we then went through with Musiala to make it 1-1. And then it became a little bit of a struggle. You can see from the stats there, we really struggled against QPR for the rest of the game. We didn't have a single shot after that. So I did then jump in, and then because it's on Legendary, they then did the classic CP. I mean, I'm assuming you've all played Ultimate Team at some point. They all did the classic Legendary AI thing where they just keep the ball in the corner for no reason. And then we do get an attack in the 82nd minute. We finally get the ability to attack, and what a ball this is from Butler. What a brilliantly well placed pass that is. Just at the perfect weighting. Apaya goes through and slots it into the far corner, and that is the goal that takes us into the lead. And that, assuming we hold on to the lead, that would be the goal that then gives us the automatic promotion into the Premier League, which is amazing, because that's I just want us to get to, I don't know, just win a trophy, like win the Premier League or win I don't know, win the Champions League, win the Europa League, you know, something mega, you know, something big. I want to see a Paya in the likes of go to above 90 rated, stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good to see. And then the game finishes.
1 minute remaining. There goes the final whistle and wild celebration.
So we actually do get promoted, which is incredible. It's not. I don't feel as like ecstatic as I was, and to be fair, this also is reflected in the footage. For some reason, you can't hear the audio here, but it literally just cut out to game music for some reason, and obviously there's no big ceremony because it was just automatic promotion. It wasn't like the trophy or anything like that. So we do get promoted in the Premier League, which I'm genuinely really chuffed about, and hopefully next time we do get some sort of like cup or something like that, I'll have a live recording of it like I had before. But yeah, this time round there was literally nothing to record. It was literally just the game music for some stupid reason. But anyways, as you can see there, that does now mean that we have gone 5 points ahead with literally only, well, for Watford 1 game left. For us there's 2 games left. They can't catch us. We're far too ahead. So speaking of far too ahead, Aston Villa have absolutely annihilated this division. I mean, 113 points in the Championship is utterly ridiculous, and we did beat them earlier on in the season as well. So we were one of I think they've only had 3 losses or something. They've barely had any losses at all. We were one of those, and then they decimated us in the second game. So anyways, we do then go on to have a look at our youth setup, and you can see there's Richardson, who does get released because he's only got down to an 83, and then Curtis down the bottom there, who's down to an 87. He will get released later down the line. I don't know if I've got footage of that, but he does get released later down the line because it's down to say it's 87, then it goes down worse. And then I did actually play the game against Sheffield Wednesday, or most of the game at least, because I thought towards the end of the game we would get like a little bit of a home game after the promotion thing, and here you can see me absolutely bottle a chance, but we do win the game 5-3. We absolutely destroyed them. I'm not going to show all the whole game because what's the point? We've already got promoted, and I'm aware this video is going to be well over 10 minutes long as it is. So you can just see Ed Lana there pick up the award for the win, for the award for the hat trick, but that's it. There's no incredible celebration for the first home game since the promotion, unfortunately. So yeah, you're just going to get a very basic clip of Lana there just picking up the match ball. So my voice keeps breaking. I think my voice might be going a little bit. But yeah, as you can see in the table there, and I'll scroll down so you can see the rest of the teams. We score 117 goals this season. 117, that's more than Aston Villa, and they finished nearly 20 points above us, but we conceded way more than just way more than everybody else, which is a bit frustrating. And that's what ended up costing us. So yeah, next season I'm going to look to improve our defence. And then we just did a bit of housekeeping since then, to be honest. We just had a look through all of our players' contracts, made sure that everyone was happy with them, because the last thing we want is people wanting to go out to other teams when we're trying to stay up in division, especially the really good players. So we pay particular attention to the likes of Butler, likes of Lana, just making sure that we're ahead of their contracts. So Lana, for example, wasn't actually unhappy with his contract. We just made sure that he had enough, that he wasn't going to get angry with it, basically. And then we've got a loan offer for Robson, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. I don't want Robson to be sat waiting around in the Premier League, because I'm probably going to try and bring in an old head that will push the team forward a little bit, because I know that he's quite a low rating. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, I'm just scrolling through the Championship table, so you can see where the rest of the teams finished. Yeah, I mean, Sheffield Wednesday, my favourite team. I wish we were in that position right now. But yeah, Huddersfield, Coventry City, Charlton Athletic are all the teams that got relegated. Oh, and speaking of better positions, by the way, the frigging goalkeeper, Bazanu. He played for Republic of Ireland last night when obviously they lost 1-0 to Luxembourg, which is a bit of a shock. But when I saw him, I was like, yes, this is fantastic. I want to see like my boy play. And then they lost to Luxembourg. But anyways, so you can see here the top scorers from this season. Lana, of course, it's Lana, 38 goals in 45 matches. I really hope he tears it up like this in the Premier League as well, because that'd be really interesting to see. He's not an insane rating. He's a very good rating, but he's not an insane rating, and yet he pulls off those sorts of stats. And then further down you could see Musiala and I think it was a Paya towards the bottom there of the top 15. And then assists, we literally have the top 4 players, Lana being the top one. For some reason he's an absolute stats machine. And then Robson, which is good to see actually, down in 11th, just propping up the table a little bit, but yeah, so I mean, our players have played extremely well, and then we got the notice from the board to say you've done a good job this season, which is great to see. There were a few objectives. I think there was one to hire a certain number of youth players and stuff like that we didn't manage to get, but that's totally fine. You know, we can't hit all the objectives every single time, and we didn't need the youth players, if I'm honest. We did a lot of recruiting early on, so we just simply don't need them. But anyways, yeah, so that will do for this episode and this season. So next episode you'll see will be in the Premier League. We'll be starting the Premier League journey out. I'm quite excited actually, because it means that we can really start getting into the meat of, I mean, Apire and stuff, for example, are already 84 rated, so I really hope that soon they hit like some real heavy milestones like the 90 rated and beyond. And then we'll start, maybe we'll get an offer to manage England, and then we can try and win something with England or something. I don't really know. I don't really know where I'm going to take this, to be honest, because it's already taken quite a bit of time. But anyways, that's it for this episode. I'm looking forward to the Premier League season, and see you all next time.